Hello guys, I am back again, and as you can see I've stitched this down and I sort of picked at it and frayed, done the French knots. So I've still got to get the wire to put in there, but got to go to Bunnings or whatever it is for that. So I love how they've turned out, so cute. So I want to keep that aside. I do want to do some of the stitching in this, so I've got to sort of pick out what I want to do in that. I'll just sit down. So now here are the instructions. I've just cut, you probably can't see it from where you are, I've just cut the body piece and the head gusset, and then you sew them together, so which is these. Okay, I've sewed them together, so that's the outside, and I've also made sure I kept those little markings. So what I'm going to do is today is sort of piece and do a bit. So that's going to be the back of the hair, and that's going to sort of be, you know, the front part of the nozzle. Yeah, I've got it in the instructions on how you do it, so it'll have the instructions there, and then these two bits are the big bits are the side parts. So let's put these over here, which is these. Where are we? Which are these two pieces. So you can sort of see how that is. So that's one side, that's going to be coming over the top like that and around. So I'm going to do some decorating and all that kind of stuff, and of course when you get to the joins you're probably going to need to put some extra bits on once it's sewn together. We'll see how we go. It might look okay. So I'm just going to proceed to put bits and pieces on here, keeping in mind this is going to be the front of, you know, the mouth and everything like that. But when I get to there I'm going to do a little round muzzle piece anyway. So so I've got to sort of keep the colours fairly similar and make sure that they work, because that's going to be joined onto that. That goes around like that. So, but for now we're going to work on that part. So so to keep in mind, see, he's big, he's just huge. Put that over there. The back. Hang on a minute, I've got stuff going everywhere, and I better go and get my bin so I can put some rubbish in there. So this isn't going to be a quick little project. It's going to be quite an extensive one with lots of different bits and pieces. So just got to figure out, I've also gotten out some laces, bits and pieces. So it's got a little bit of blue in there, so I wouldn't mind having some of that. I could probably cut that in half, or I can have that as a whole piece. I know that will work, but I'm thinking I might even dye that, put it through a bit of a dye. I've actually got this, and it's got two bunnies on it, and I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to put this, I don't really want to cut it, but in, and actually have a bunny, the bunny on her butt. So if you put it behind, I'm thinking if I put it behind maybe a bit of a darker fabric, you can see it a little better. So that's what I was thinking. Getting maybe a bit of a darker piece, or where are we? I'll just have a look what we've got. Yeah, definitely a bit of a darker piece, maybe even that piece. Oh, I like that. Sort of brings out, and it's got a bit of a dirty patch on that one, but so I'll definitely use that, and that's still that. Getting a mess already, and I'm barely started, so I will use that, but I'm going to use it a little bit later on. I'll dye it first. Grab those. I quite like these. See how they just, that's white and that's cream. I want to use the cream ones. So I'm just trying to pick the colours that are going to match that. So I'm filming. Okay, so that'll probably work too. Not 100% sure with that, even though I love it. I think that would be really nice on the back. Love these. I think they work beautifully. So maybe if we put some of like that or something with it, you know, maybe the more of the yellowy type. Yeah, that, see, that would work because it's got a bit of that red in there. So yeah, so grab out your bits, and then you've got to also look at, I want to embroider some of these pieces. So it's nice to have a bit of hand embroidered pieces that I can put in there. So I was, you can go as detailed or as little detail as you like. So I'm thinking, okay, making a mess is what I'm doing. What I'm going to do to begin with, I'm thinking, and I've got these two, I love them. So I'll keep the lace in there. Okay, so this is going to be the nose, and I have to keep those points. Okay, so this is the front, and that's the neck and something. And I was thinking it would probably be nice to get something with a bit of a point that I've embroidered myself to have coming over and just sort of hanging like a little princess. And that's something you can probably best do with something that's a bit of a point. What am I going to get? Is that too big? That one there. What do you think? That'll come along the front there. You don't really want to cut into it too much because it's a bit of a shocker and it frays. But we're going to attempt. Okay. I'll cut that there. There we go. Sorry, cutting it towards myself. Ugh. Now, I'm thinking maybe just that. Oh. Okay. There we go. So I'll probably have that coming out on top of, I won't have the part on, but I will leave it because it's a lot easier to stitch when I've actually got a bit of room around it. I could even stitch that or colour that, so I'm going to be stitching that part, but I'll do that later. I'll give myself a little bit of a shape. So that's the neck, and I want that coming out like that there, and have the eye. So what I'll do is I'll pick some colours. So some pretty stuff that I'm going to have. Now we want to go plain and have that over the top, or go a bit darker. Almost need a picture. We do need some plain, I think. Quite like that. Big mess. I don't mind that either. One of those two. Ugh. So what I'm going to do is I might get these out. How wide is it? About that wide. Hopefully I'm in camera here. Okay. Let me have a look. Here we go. Now I'm going to go, that's going to be a bit wider. Actually I might do that way. Okay. Now just got a bit of everything. Put that away. Grab a bit of this. At this point I am just putting fabrics and bits and pieces down. Really like that. I think that would make a really nice muzzle, to be honest. But okay, what else we got? That. Something a little plainer. That's going to be sewn, so I don't mind if it's not grabbed so much there. Where's that pink? Might grab a bit of that. I quite like that darker pink. So that's all we're doing. You could do this, use this similar technique when you sew everything else on. Like once, if you decide to do the stitch and sew method, as in, put it together and then do it over the top. But I just personally think it's going to be a lot easier to do the embroidery, all that kind of stuff, while it is flat. Okay. Okay, now still got a little bit more to do here, so I'm thinking it's probably going to be covered, so not quite. I'm going to cover it, so there we go. It's going to be stitched on, and then once it's put together it'll probably be covered. We'll see. It might look really good and I may not want to cover it. So now I probably could pull it over to one side, have it underneath. This is a sort of a precaution. Just pull it over and have it sitting there. You may or may not see that, rather than wasting it. Actually, a bit of, when you do a lot of slow stitching, it's pin, pin, pin. Okay. Now I know that I'm going to be using the doilies and a little bit of lace. I may come up through there to soften it all and put a little bit of lace or something through. Definitely wouldn't mind having some of that on the back. So neck, where are we? But this side I'm going to put these marks so I know that's where I need them on the inside. Okay, these are important bits when you are putting it together. Okay, now so my embroidery is going to be coming around about there, I think. I'll probably start with there, and I want to hand embroider that part there. So, okay, which fabrics are we going to put on there? Now this is going to be the back, and I really like some of this. So I'm thinking of going across. For the back. Okay. This is going to be using a fair bit of this, but I'll show you what I'm going to do in a minute. This is how you can utilize your fabrics. Seems a little like I'm wasting a lot, but I just want to have that coming out. Okay, here we go. Might just pin that there, have that coming across. Hopefully this is making sense, guys. Then cut across here. Ew. Hopefully I am in camera. If not, I apologise. Okay, so now we either have it going on top or underneath. I don't know. Quite like it on top. And then have these going this way, that going there like that, and that going there like that. And that is the part of the neck. And now I'm going to just pin, maybe pin up, because we're going to be sticking something underneath that. So since this is such a bold piece, you probably want something a little plainer. And I'm thinking that. Okay, not sure how much of that we want. Once again, got to play with it. Oh, I can feel the heat of this. I better put this away. And unplug it. Sorry guys. Okay, hopefully we are there we go, making a little bit of sense. With what we want. I quite like the KLM. Sounds really funny, but I do. Because I'm a Dutchie and KLM is the Dutch Airlines. Okay. Sorry guys. Banging it again. I was wondering how I was going to use this one. It's a bit of a different type of fabric. So, now what I want to do is get all the coloured fabric first, and then I'm going to go over, you know what, I'm going to get some bright colours. Oop. Going over the top of that. Now, I really want to put some of this in. I'm wondering if I do that, or do we have that? What else we got? Quite like that. We do have a little bit with a bit of blue in there, and I wouldn't mind using that one. Where's that one with the blue? Where is it? It's green. This is the one. Got the tiniest amount of blue in there. So if I'm going to use any of the blue and the purple and all that kind of stuff, I better utilise that. Okay. Ooh. Now which one did I say I was going to use for the rabbit? I think some of that. Okay. Be nice to have a rabbit down the bottom. Okay. Don't worry, I'm just sorting it out on what I'm going to do. So I'm going to probably have some of that going over the top. No. Where are we? See? Very important to know what you're doing. Okay. Here's my rabbit. Don't want that one. I want that one, so I'm going to have to cut that. That's going to go a little lower. That'll be on its tail. No, that'll go there. Okay. Then I'll put the bunny I want to keep these, the wheat, because I've got the wheat in some of the other pieces. I may not have all of that. Might just have the bunny. It's hard figuring out these things, I tell you. Now, probably if we can looks pink on here. It is pink. Have that going there like that. No, it definitely needs to be that way, but then it's going to get cut off, but that's okay. And I'm wondering whether we could have that going on a bit of an angle. How we looking, people? and we need something on the bottom there. But once again, like I said, it's going to be the tail. Wonder how many minutes it's gone. 31 minutes. Oh, good grief. So there you go. So this is what I'm going to be doing. It's just me placing and putting this down and trying to figure out how we're going to go. So that's you make a big mess, that's for sure. This one looks like it's got a bit of blue on there. See, it looks darker on that side. Obviously that's how dark they were to begin with. This is the other side of the doily. It's an old doily. I really do love that, and I love that. So I'll probably just turn it off for now, but I think it's going to match very well with the little ears, and then it's going to have some of that embroidery on there like that too, so it will look beautiful. So I'll just pause it for now. Yeah, see, it stands out when you've got a darker colour behind it. No, that looks good. I think I may even cut some of that off, but I quite like that. Okay, well, I'll better go, and next time you see me, all this will be at least stitched down in some sort of way, and I might proceed to do some of the embroidery on this piece that I want to do on the front of her. Okay guys, I'll catch you in the next video, and thank you for watching and nutting through the process with me. Okay, bye.